to the Appaloosa. I don't see that anymore, ever really. So that is only protected from battle, not from destruction. So we have the Masquerena in the Spell and Trap Zone.
I think that could be a wild turn we're about to have.
Okay.
We're leading things up with a lightning storm. And what are we going after? Monsters or spell and traps? Because everything at this point is vulnerable, because even the Flamberge Dragon there is sitting in attack position here at this point, and we're going after the monsters. Look at that.
All right, well, it's not completely out of the woods yet, because the Flamberge does get to special summon back 2 bodies, and the Temple is still on.
4 cards in hand, so maybe we're just going to see a Raigeki coming right after. Who knows? He is definitely capable of it, and I think he's lining up for exactly that. We don't want any monsters on the field. Raigeki, all the way back from Legend of Blue Eyes, is going to make sure there are no monsters left on the field.
The OG Raigeki coming in hot here with the pairing with Lightning.
Oh, baby! All cards on the field eliminated with that obvious Feather Duster. Nothing left for Samuel, and he's applauding himself and the prosperity to follow it up.
Incredible. I mean, just staple after staple, you know? What do you need hand traps for? Just blow away all your opponent's cards, and that's all that matters.
That's what I told you. That is just so cool. Ooh, okay. Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. One card left, and it is Genroku! The one-off Genroku in his deck that he found there, that he drew into.
Is that his last and final card in hand? It is, right?
It is.
Wow. Battle phase, attack with Genroku effect, special summon, and Samuel has nothing left here, just a singular Snake Eye Ash of his own in his hand. We connect, we summon, and just go through the motions here.
From Samuel. I mean, what could it...
We're gonna... three attacks have been declared, remember?
That is indeed the
Out
case.
the Biden.
It is adding up. Look,
Yeah,
Samuel down to 4,800. That's 2 attacks coming down as well.
Yeah, this is the combo. We're destroying the field spell.
And there we have it. Esteban completely blowing out the entire field there on his opponent's side. And it's up a game here in the semi-final of the European Championship in Berlin.
All right, I'm just waiting to see whose card comes down first here.
Oh, I think that's a card that isn't
standby
just really telling, because that could be his turn or his opponent's turn with the Dimension Shifter bit. So it's clearly Samuel's turn, who now has to live with a Dimension Shifter, but also a Mochami Perulia.
And there's a normal summon, 1 draw coming down here. By the way, Alright, well, we are removing those Link monsters. Those are not necessary going second here as we reveal a Nibiru, a Rivalry, a Sangan Summoning, a Lightning Storm, a Raigeki.
We're still having those big destruction cards. We still have the Raigeki, we still have the Lightning Summon. Honestly, I like considering the Rivalry, because that may as well just be the safest of them all. Like, just sitting on that Rivalry, it really depends on how quick Esteban wants to go in this game. Okay. I mean, Appaloosa is a fairy, and tell me how many more fairy monsters Samuel has in his deck, so that Rivalry could definitely put in the work. But, in the end phase, there is a Drury Swarm, making sure there also is a dragon now on the field at the very least for him.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Drew is Worm. We're going to draw for turn here. We got a couple of cards in our hand. That's a nice top deck. We have managed to pick up a Witch from the hand here. Our Rivalry of Warlords, I mean, that's the issue. Can't really do anything under this. Fairy monsters just sitting, staring at his hand. It's not going to change, Samuel. I promise you that as we... All right.
I mean, to be fair, the Engraver could only go after monsters, right? So that would not be an answer to the Rivalry.
Okay, that is the case here. Yeah, we cannot send any card. It is just monsters. So we're going to go into our Necro-equipped Princess using a monster that's equipped with a card, a monster card specifically. Get to bring back the Engraver. We are just sticking into Fiends here.
Nightmare Phoenix is a Fiend!
Nightmare Phoenix is a Fiend! Hits the Rivalry of Warlords, and now nothing stands between Samuel and doing some combos here. Yeah, I mean, I guess we must have lost both of our Poplars to this Dimension Shifter. There's the Nibiru, the Primal Being. Does not hit set cards, remember. And of course, there is a token to be summoned, and we're putting it in defense mode. Set monsters do not get removed, remember.
And pass.
And pass his turn here.
Over it goes. Esteban still in this, absolutely.
Is it 3 materials we've used?
Yep, it sure looked like 3 materials.
Okay, all right. Well, Desiree is really strong, able to negate any card face up on the field, so into the zone of Hita, interestingly. Not sure about that.
The effect was used, we're fine.
Okay. Most likely going to send this sequence and Hita off potentially for Promethean if we don't have access code talker. And that means that we can then equip the sequence onto Desiree to make sure it has a negate here. Ooh, okay.
Oh, all right.
This is interesting.
We're going to link off the Desiree into that Promethean Princess. So we want to keep that Hita on the field, apparently. Okay, now we're going to get rid of... Okay, that was a Dogwood sitting there. I mean, that dog would have been kind of nice right now, right? Because I don't think Samuel would have done so many special summons if that Dogwood would have, for some reason, resolved. It would have stayed in the hand. Yeah, and also the princes are pretty big in terms of attack points.
Oh,
now
no,
also the Snake at the
actually...
Abelsa joining the party. That's a lot of attack points using the effect. Is that still enough? I think he's pretty confident. He's attacking one at a time. 1, 2, 3. Esteban doing the quick buff and picking up his cards. Samuel in a grandiose game is going to pick up game number 2, equaling the score here.
Woo! That was a real back and forth that you would ever see in this situation. Getting shifted, getting Perulia'd, getting rivalried.
And so
I mean,
winning.
I need to find out which airline he was on because he has learned to navigate this deck. Absolutely cracked, by the way. That is an Ash Witch Diabellstar. Oh. Dogwood.
How do we handle that, honestly?
Fascinating dynamic here, isn't it? So you could pass and half your life points.
Yeah.
But if you pass against Tenpai, you know, that's
pretty tough, pretty tough. I agree.
But it looks like Samuel is actually keeping it nice and simple here.
Okay, okay. That's not a whole lot of life points gained there for Esteban. So
just tiny monsters.
Is there a lightning storm or a Arpis Feather Duster?
That would be crazy. Is he going to do it to him again?
I can see it.
There he is! Yes! Lightning storm, of course, going after the spell and traps. That's crazy. Once more, just wiping everything off there.
Lone Masquerena stands in the way of Esteban. That's a terraforming for Sangan summoning. This isn't going to affect any of our monsters for this turn here, so we are protected from hand traps. All right, we're activating the Sangan summoning here. During the main phase, get a search. Activates the effect.
And the effect is getting met with Ghost Ogre, though. Maybe this ain't over just yet. Esteban does have the pipeline. He's going to move on to the finals by defeating Samuel. Tenpai in the finals of the European World Championship qualifier here in Berlin 2024. The crowd loves it. I told you before the tournament. We see Tenpai going strong this time, and they're actually pulling through. Man, what a game that was.
Hindsight is 50-50, as they say, right? So maybe it's something of a bit of a decision for Samuel to think about. Should he have just let his opponent go first? I think it was probably quite clear, especially since Esteban has been on stream. He's had an interview. He went in a deep dive analysis of his Tenpai deck. Perhaps he knew.
Absolutely, but still his friends are celebrating him. He may have lost, but as he walks off the stage, Samuel gets a round of applause from the crowd. I love that. He has had such a great tournament run. And of course, top 4 and therefore a qualification for the World Championship is definitely nothing to be ashamed of here. What a great tournament run.
Thank you very much, Basti. I am joined indeed by Esteban Rey here, who has just made his way not only to Seattle, but to the final of the European WCQ with an amazing Tenpai display. How do you feel?
I'm very exciting and so exciting and happy, and I don't know. I want to go in the final and win.
I mean, I'm sure you do at this point. You've got this far. You've done an amazing job. 2,300 more duelists were in here, and now 2 of you have made your way to that stage. It's incredible. I can tell you, you're going to be up against Julio, who won his game. So it's you versus Julio in the final. How do you feel about that? You confident?
I don't know. I won't say yes, but I'm so scared. I want to remain focused, and I don't know. I want to do yes.
That's completely fine. I mean, I don't know if you can hear because you have the headphones on, but that crowd were loving you. Every move you made, you have the energy of the room behind you. All of your friends and supporters are here supporting you, and that energy should carry you into the final. So best of luck. I'm going to let you have some time to breathe and compose yourself for it. But congratulations on being the finalist. Best of luck to you and also to Julio, who is going to be in the final with him. But guys, don't go anywhere because that grand final is coming up in just a moment.